Davey with Source Yoga Studio. This is Zara, and I wanted to thank students. We want to thank students for purchasing aerial yoga hammocks. Advise you go be weird over there. We can no longer provide hammocks for students in class, and it's much nicer for everyone to have their own. So I just got a package in for a couple of our students. And open? No. This is for cleaning later. And I wanted to show what comes in that package. Zara, here, go turn the twinkle lights on. So I always provide the hammocks in cute little bags. I get these, they're like $1.50 from Marshall, so I think that's a really good price. Who ordered these? Rosemary and Tracy just got a peacock hammock and a purple hammock. Now these materials are much nicer than what we use in the studio. I found a way better company. So it's a real treat to be wrapped up in one of these compared to what we have. The other part that they will receive are the runners. They're sometimes called span sets, and they always come with a code, so you can see these hold 14,100 pounds. So all of this equipment is supposed to support someone if they fell from Circus Olay type people or rock climbers. If they fell from somewhere really high, your weight increases when you fall, and so that's why they're to that extent of weight. The third piece that they come with are the handy dandy carabiners. Hi, handy dandy carabiner. So I'm not going to get too much into the mechanics of all this. Excuse me for one moment. So sorry about that. Because the purpose of this video is I'm going to show everyone how to tie a double slip knot. So when I get the hammocks, I give them to you guys ready to just attach to our support up there and to take class. After that, after a month or however many usages, you can wash them and bring them back to me, and I'll show you in person how to tie. I just want to make sure that you got it right, and then later you can follow on with this video. Thank you, Zara. So also if you live in another state or something, you can follow the video, but you really want to, you can Google double slip knot, and you'll probably get like a PDF of printed instructions. So of course, making sure it's done properly and safely is the #1 priority, and I'll get to that part of our video later when I have someone to record for me. So we're doing free food Thursday here in a bit. We're gonna get set up for that, and then I'll show you how to tie a double slip knot. And thank you again. It's $200 for this 3-piece set plus 5 classes. If you don't want the 5 classes, it's $125. If you want to buy one of our used hammocks and use those when you come to class, it's $65. Hey, you didn't turn the lights on. Come say bye-bye. So thank you so much for doing aerial yoga, and it's a practice that we love and has helped a lot, and so I'll show you how to tie that knot next. Mwah. I'm back. Thank you so much, Frey, for recording how to tie an aerial yoga hammock for us. I have the 3 parts that I explained earlier, and I just want to reiterate that I am very happy to tie hammocks for students. You guys will see from the video it takes about 5 minutes to tie an aerial yoga hammock. I would much rather you have a good understanding of how to do it, and or I can do it for you. I have no problem with that. So this is our fabric, and a very important first step is making sure that it's going to be even when you tie. If you've ever taken an aerial yoga class and it feels like there's one tight string that's kind of getting into your skin, that happens from this step not being done properly. Now with this nicer fabric, it's less likely to happen, but even still, I always start by gathering the smallest end of the fabric and making them into a little bunch like this. I'm only going to do that at the beginning. If I start it off properly, I don't have to worry about the rest of the hammock because all of that little gather that I've done is pretty much going to make it even throughout the remaining yards of fabric. So we're standing over here because we need something to attach the carabiner to in order to tie the hammock. I've used, it was ideal when I had the aerial yoga, or the yoga wall that had hooks on it, but I've also used stair railings, I've used my bed. In this case, I'm just going to use our yoga mat carrier. So I hook it on, and then I keep the top part where we lock, I'll keep that on the top. And I'm going to put my fabric through. I'm just going to kind of push it on through, and I need to pull out, so I try to keep it without losing all of the work that I just did to get it even. And I'm going to pull out about maybe 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet. Probably more is better than less because I could always shorten it, but if I tie it and I don't have enough, then I have to untie it. So this is the part I'm teaching you, which is the double slip knot. I have my my short end and my long end. I'm holding it in my left hand if I'm right-handed, and I'm going to put my index finger through right here. That's going to be my placeholder, and the shorter end of the hammock, this is why they call it a double slip knot. It'll go through, I'm just going to get a little more fabric here, it'll go through 2 times. So I'm going underneath once, and then I'm going to keep my place finger here underneath twice. This is the part that keeps the knot from coming out, is that double slit. And then this extra fabric that I have, I'm going to push through these 2 knots that I've made, and that's what will keep us safe. So I put my left hand through so that I can grab, and it did get a little bit, I think I lost a little bit of that creation that I did in the beginning where it was all even. I'm actually going to do this one again when I'm not being recorded, but I'll pull it through once, try to keep it all together, then I'll pull it through twice. Okay, so now this is where I can make it tight. So I'm going to pull the smaller end until it gives me a little bit of resistance, and then I'll pull the tighter end, and I'll just kind of keep scooching on up. You really need to be against something sturdy. We want to get it really tight and at the top up here eventually. So you push and pull, and keep doing that until it gets to the top. And again, I'm going to redo this one because I'm really kind of a perfectionist when it comes to how I tie my hammocks. I don't like any looseness. I just like it to be really, really tight. From here, once it's tight enough, we have the option of doing another knot here, and I just like to do that because I don't like any extra hammock hanging. I like it to look really, I just think the energy of the hammock feels good when it's done really nicely. So I'm going to redo this better, but that is the double slip knot. That keeps the hammock from falling out when weight is in it. From there, we're almost done. I'm going to get my fabric, and again, make it even. So I'll pull it all the way, and just give it a little shake so that there are no extra bunches. This is the easiest part. Kind of hold it on up, and this tail is what I do. This band set around. So this part is pretty simple. You guys can cut this off once you take it home if you wanted. Whoops. If it was perfectly how I had it a moment ago, we'll put it underneath. We'll put one of these through. There's a thicker part. I don't like that part on the hammock. I try to get that part on the carabiner. Again, just because I'm kind of a perfectionist about that. So this is what we'll loop. Unlock this. Here. Then of course, you have to lock it in. And there's many different ways to tie an aerial yoga hammock. This is how we do it at Source Studio. To adjust the hammock size, we can pull here to make it however long or short we want. Now we need to do one last just regular knot here so that it doesn't fall out when you get in it. So, I'm not sure, I don't think that's gonna stay there. So, once I have it up in the ceiling, I would measure the student's height and put my last knot here and the span set near it to stop. So this is your hammock that you can practice in. We would attach it from there right into here and measure your height and you're ready for class. So the double slip knot is the most important part. I hope that that was clear. If not, I can always show it to you. I've already talked about the pricing. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again, Ray, for recording. And we'll have fun in class. Namaste.